Good morning, happy Monday. It's our last week of school. For reading, we're going to be creating a memory book. We're creating a memory book because you guys have to return your devices. So I felt like this would be a fun activity that you'll still be able to do at home. So what you'll need is paper. I already folded mine or partitioned mine into halves. I have some extra just in case I need it. I've got a ruler just in case. And I've got my bag full of markers and a pair of scissors. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm looking at my weekly academic calendar and create a memory book of your year. So first you should start off with your name. So I'm going to use my ruler right up here. Name. And of course you can use any color paper you like. Your name, your age. Oh, and one other thing that I feel like we should add that's not on my paper, the school year. So the school year this year is 2019 to 2020. So on my first page of my book, I have my name, my age, and the school year. I'm gonna flip open my book. Remember, I already folded my pages. So I'm gonna flip it open to the first page, and it says, who were your teachers? You can either copy the question or you can complete the sentence with the complete sentence. My teachers were... So I'm gonna use a different color for this page. My teachers were Miss Clower and, whoops, my marker is smearing, Miss Hanson, period. Underneath, you can draw a picture of Miss Clower and Miss Hanson. So I'm gonna partition my page into another half, just like this, so I can put more than one thing on one page. So my teachers were Miss Clower and Miss Hanson. I left a spot so that I can draw us right here. And since Miss Clower's not the best artist, I'm just drawing stick figures so that I remember. So there's Miss Clower and Miss Hanson. Next one, who were your best friends at school? So my best friends were and then you fill in who your best friends were. So like I partitioned the page, I'll have enough room for a picture of me and my best friends. On the next page, what was your favorite subject? So you have choices from writing, reading, social studies, math, or science. What was your favorite subject? My favorite subject was ... You fill it in for me. I'm gonna draw my line to partition my page in half. And my next question is, what was your favorite center? This could be either reading or math. My favorite center was ... My favorite subject was, my favorite center was, both enough room for you to draw your picture. So I'm flipping the page. Oh, by the way, I put 3 pages in here. Hopefully it'll be enough. I do have extra just in case. Okay, next. This year was awesome because, let me close up my markers so they don't get dried out. This year was awesome because ... And you tell me what was awesome about this book. Was it that you got to have lunch bunch sometimes? What made it awesome? This year I learned is going to be our next one. What did you learn this year? This year I ... This year was awesome because this year I learned... Oh, this one's going to be a fun one. My favorite thing to do at recess was... My favorite thing to do at recess was... Oh, I skipped one. What was your favorite school lunch? I can put that one underneath. My favorite school lunch was... So here's my favorite thing to do at recess was... My favorite school lunch was... Oops, there goes my marker. My favorite thing to do at recess was... We did that one. We did your favorite school lunch. So next is my favorite specials was... My favorite specials. Let me tell you some of your options in case you forgot. So we had art, computer lab, PE, and in PE, sometimes you had Chef Bites come, and sometimes during PE, you guys would go to Miss Penn's office. So those are some other options just in case. My favorite specials was... Next is, what was your favorite memory of the 2nd grade year? My favorite memory was... So here's my favorite specials was, my favorite memory was... Oh, and the next one, I already know what your answer is going to be for the next one. My favorite book that I read during the school year was... I have a feeling a lot of you guys are going to put Magic Tree House. So just tell me which one was your favorite. We read a whole bunch of them. My favorite book was... My favorite book was... And I think my favorite Treehouse book was the one that they went to outer space. They actually went to the moon. That one was a good one. What's next? What advice would you give 1st graders coming to 2nd grade? So they just finished 1st grade. What advice would you give them? What do they need to know to be successful in 2nd grade? The advice I would give is, Would you tell them to listen to their teacher? Would you tell them to practice reading at home? What would you tell them to be successful in second grade? My favorite book was, the advice I would give is, and our last question that I have for you, of course, if you use 3 pages like me, we're actually going to have a lot more room in case there's some other things you'd like to add in your memory book. Oops, I haven't stapled mine yet. That's why it's all over the place. The last one that I'm going to write down is, what was the most difficult thing about this year? So you can either talk about a difficult subject, like if math was hard for you, or you can talk about this time that we're in right now and having to do distance learning. What was the most difficult time of the year? The most difficult time was, and since this one's I think this one's gonna have a lot of writing on it, so we'll leave that on a whole page. The most difficult time was ... And I'd like for you guys to get creative and draw nice pictures in here so that your parents can keep these forever, because this is a year to remember. So I have my title page, your name, your age, and the school year. Of course, you can draw a picture of yourself right here. Ooh, that's a good idea. I'm gonna draw a circle right down here so that you can draw yourself inside. And then once you're all done illustrating, you're gonna have your memory book, and you can either staple it, and if you don't have staples, one thing that I did for Raul during the school year, his journal broke and I had a rubber band. So we just slipped a rubber band right here in the middle and it stayed just like a book. So that's another option if you don't have any any staples. So I hope you guys return all of your things this week. It's our last week of school. I plan on having a Zoom Thursday afternoon, and I hope to see all of you guys there. I'll see you later.